And we are back with some more Overwatch 2 here at NECC. I'm Psychic here with ShamWow. ShamWow, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. We had a good win last round, and I'm hoping we can carry that into the next one.
I'm very glad y'all took it, because I was mad about them taking forever on that first map pick, but that's enough of that. I'm not mentioning that for the rest of the stream. Now, we have a match of CSU Green, I want to say, going into the New Hampshire University Chargers. How do you think we're going to see this? Do you think we're probably just going to see a lot of what we've been already seeing, or expecting anything different from maybe a little bit of insider information, or...
So I want to say I'm expecting some similar stuff from what they've been doing, although I've been seeing them play around in scrims with a lot of different kinds of plays. I'm hoping to see a ball this game. We may or may not see a ball. That is an out there guess, but...
Listen, anytime I see Alizu pick ball, I'm losing it. You can look at any VOD, look at any time ball's been on the screen, even if it's been like 3 seconds and it's just in the opening room, I'm praying for the ball to happen. I'm praying for the ball to happen.
Yes, and I've been seeing them use it in scrims, and it has been working. I think it's been doing good. They've been playing with a lot of different type of stuff, so I'm excited to see what they're doing.
I have never been more excited for a match after hearing that.
Yeah. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for sure.
Absolutely. We're going to have to see if CSU can ball it out, or if the Chargers are going to be able to charge in and take advantage in this next round of NECC Overwatch 2 with CSU's green team. Don't touch that dial. We'll be in the match in just a few minutes. Alrighty then, we're moving into Oasis. Now, I feel like we see this occasionally, but we don't... Like, most people tend to go Lijiang for the first one. We see Oasis occasionally. Talked to the producer earlier. There's a chance of seeing the ball. Alizu, if you can hear us, hands and knees praying, play ball.
We're begging you.
Show us the hamster. Pick the hamster. We need to see this guy. And frankly, if we do see it, I'm popping off. Like, you'll probably be able to hear me from this booth. But aside from that, how do you feel about this map in particular, and what do you think they're going to have to do to play on it?
I think a ball pick would be really, really good here. Looks like they're going to go with some Orisa, Cole Cassidy, some Brig, Juno, so pretty standard stuff that we've been seeing from Green. And it's stuff that works. It's a comp that they've been working on, and it's a comp that works when it does, and when it doesn't, it doesn't.
I know that Muhiki can be absolutely beyond devastating on that Genji.
Yes.
I've seen the clips. I've commentated the clips. And CSU is a team where once you get them rolling, it's very, very hard to stop them. We've been seeing a lot of the Juno Brig, and I'm honestly a big fan of it. I think Juno's a real interesting character. Although we are going to see... I like the teleport trick. I think that's fun. Unfortunately, no ball for tonight, but let's hold out hope. Also, there's headphones there if you want them.
Oh, thank you. A lot of damage on that Orisa right off the bat. They're putting up a lot of pressure. Muhiki's going in with a dash.
Trying to beat down a very alive horse right now with the rest of the team just surrounding. If you can shoot down that tank, like, it's going to be pretty major. Captain Junior going down to the opposing Genji. Maybe not where you want to be, but maybe not the worst person to lose. Muhiki getting pushed off here. CSU, that's going to be an NHU able to rotate onto the point. CSU needs to find a way to take it through right now.
Muhiki goes down.
That's painful.
That is. They had that good. They created that space, but unfortunately could not capitalize off of it.
It's not where you want to be, but at the same time, you're able to take down the opposing Orisa here. And while you are going to have your DPS staggering out, you have a tank when they don't. And if there's one thing I found from watching a lot of Overwatch, if you don't have a tank, you don't want to be in the encounter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. And looks like they are going to take that space. They're going to go in and try to meet him. Looks like the enemy team's backing up.
Having a little bit of a duel with the Genjis up here, up top on the middle of this platform. Rest of NHU trying to push in here. Very long-range javelin from the opposing Orisa.
That was a scary fight, but it looks like he's going to live. Enemy team's going in with the Cole Cassidy ult.
A little bit scary.
Ghostface goes down.
Ghostface gets chunked by it. Really not where you want to be. Mark it on your bingo cards at this point again. But we're going to see CSU.
Wow.
That was a super valuable Terra.
Oh my goodness.
I think Ghostface got the orbital right off before she died. I think Alizu followed up on it with that Terra. And like that looked like a lost encounter, but it's back to pretty much neutral, and they're in extreme amounts of ult advantage.
That was a really smart play. I'm really liking watching Green being able to use these Juno ults and more effectively every time they play with Juno.
Green has felt like they're consistently a team who is incredibly good at using ultimates very sparingly.
Absolutely.
Their trigger discipline on the ultimates is so consistently good. We're going to see both teams popping a bunch of ultimates coming down, both rallies alongside the Blade.
It's like enemy Brig goes down.
It's going to force them back. Really not a good position to be because you are at that 60%. You are down on, or about even at this point, on ultimates. You need to find some sort of X factor to start pushing in and start your offense if you want to retake this point.
Absolutely. Looks like they're going to keep holding back, playing a little bit sparingly. We've got Captain Junior's ult in the bag. Oh, looks like Genji's going to ult and Captain Junior's going to pop it, and Captain Junior goes down.
Ooh, painful. Oh. But the Genji's not going to be able to find too much else. Or not even anything, because that wasn't the Genji to kill. CSU unfortunately getting pushed off of the point here. We need to find a chance to recontest.
Ghostface coming up on Orbital. Will she use it here?
I think Orbital on the... I think if there's an argument to be made for both cases, and I think that Ghostface is going to end up holding on to it.
That is the good play, I believe.
I think it's the best play, but I also think that you can definitely... You still have Alizu alive,
Absolutely.
So there is an aspect of being able to try and push for advantage.
Absolutely.
Or at the very least, sustain. There's a satellite vector coming down. Orbital laser in the middle of it.
Oh, javelin on the enemy Cassidy. Are they going to go in with Terra Surge too? They might not need it.
They're going to bring in this... opposing team's going to drop their orbital ray here. 500%. Unfortunately, not going to find anybody.
Oh, that javelin.
Alizu trying to shred this Genji, but that deflect is going to give him just enough time for the opposing tank to deal a lot of damage to Alizu here. Muhiki trying to pester, but maybe not going to be enough to push through this tank. Like, Orisa is a walking wall.
Ooh. He's really trying to take down this tank here, and unfortunately it's not successful.
Goes down 81%. It's probably now or never, but that Blade is online.
That's true.
They're going to have to maybe do a bit of a stagger, but if Muhiki can get on point, start just doing Blade shenanigans, it's going to look real scary for NHU. 91%, they need to make a play. Oh my god, there it is. The rest of CSU's coming in. This is their chance. It's now or never. Blade comes out from Muhiki, forces NHU off of the point. Currently contesting 5-1, forces them off the point, but it might also just be to wait out the ultimate. They do have the time, they do have the space. 99% to 90. There's the opposing tank. This could be massive for CSU.
Oh, and they take it. And it looks like Brig's going to be coming up on Rally soon. This is going to be a game changer, I think, for this. Their Brig is running out of Rally. They're pushing in. Genji's blading.
Genji's trying to blade, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough at this point. Trying to contest, but he's on nothing, and he's going to go down as CSU continues to dwindle down this overtime, and I don't think there's anybody to touch the point.
Wow. What a game.
That's going to be CSU pulling it out last second. You give CSU an inch, they will take it a mile. I think we saw that right there.
That's right, and their management of ults right at the end there, that was really, really good that iRuleU1 managed to get his ult to save that point. He really just locked in that win for them right there alongside that blade. That created so much space.
Absolutely.
I'm really liking the way they're using this ult this game.
If there's one thing I found to love, it's the smart ult usage.
Oh, yeah.
It's once you can start getting an ultimate, like once you have tempo on your opponent, it's incredibly hard for them to play into you, because if you have the options to beat what they're trying to do, what are you going to do?
Absolutely.
If you are sitting with nothing, if you are sitting with pocket lint and 3 cents in your hands, and the opponent has an orbital ray or God forbid a rally or a blade, what are you doing? You're going home.
Looks like they're going to play with the same comp rolling out. It worked the first time, might as well try it again. Looks like the enemy team's got a perfect mirror there. Get a javelin going out from the enemy team.
I'm liking it. I mean, if you can't beat them, you join them.
That's right.
She's taking control of that right room away there. Muhiki in the back line trying to shred through this tank here.
Nasty deflect from Muhiki right there.
Everything in the kitchen sink deflected back towards the enemy team. I think that might have killed the Genji, but Alizu got credit for it.
Wow.
What? What? Forbidden technique from Muhiki.
It was too much for Overwatch. Oh my god.
I mean, if there's a team that's way, way too much for Overwatch, I think it's CSU.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody was ready for that.
The deflect, it was just too good. It was just too good. It's fine.
You can't just say perchance. Javi, take over. Ty, get out of the booth.
Ready for battle.
Okay.
It's unfortunate now that we're resetting after that really, really good pick from Green right there. That is a shame that we're going to have to go into it with a whole new match, but hopefully we'll see the same thing again, because that was just really fun to watch.
And Muhiki could pull it off once. I think Muhiki can pull it off again.
Oh, yeah.
I think the main concern here is that, like, this is a bit of an ice out. Like, this is a little bit painful. You were rolling in, you were in a really, really good position, and then the servers decide to do that, which is never a good position to be in. Like, you don't want to have to lose your momentum to something entirely out of your control.
Absolutely. So hopefully they can get back that momentum and lock back in for this fight. Looks like the same kind of rollout going in. The Orissa's going in with a javelin. Alizu's going to send out his javelin. Orissa's going straight into their backline. Alizu's going to try to swing to try to keep that space away from his backline.
Bit of a scramble situation, both teams trying to find a pick on the opposers.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
and Alizu goes down. Irulu1 goes down.
Really painful to lose your tank first in these kinds of team fights. Forces CSU back into this previous room. Looks like the server mistake is going out real well for NHU.
Oh, that is painful to watch.
Muhiki's still sticking in that front line, trying to get these deflects again. Lightning might strike twice if it's Muhiki.
That's right. If there's anybody that put faith back in Genji for me, it is Muhiki. I believe in the Genji play.
I'm a Genji apologist. I love this character. I think he's so cool, and I'm so glad that Muhiki shows him justice.
Yes.
Goes over.
Going in on the Brig, going spear out, not quite able to take him down, but there goes the Brig with the deflect. Oh my god.
Finds the retaliation. They took down Irulu1 and Alizu, and they went an eye for an eye, a Brig for a Brig, and a Orisa for an Orisa, with CSU taking control of the point, pushing forward into this next interaction. I'm liking where CSU is. They're at about even with the ultimates. Both teams don't have a lot of access, but have incredibly high percentages.
This is going to be a really interesting next fight. We're going to see what ults are going to pop. Enemy Juno's going to go. Their Juno's going to mirror. We hear Genji ult going out.
Everything in the kitchen sink.
Oh my gosh.
Both blades going down, but unfortunately CSU is declawed from that opposing Genji. Alizu holding onto the ultimate, but unfortunately unable to survive, with Ghostface getting cleaned up afterwards. Now, a little bit scary, a little bit painful. CSU still holding on to some pretty impactful ultimates.
That's right. I'm interested to see if they're going to combine this Cole Cassidy ult and this Orisa ult here. Looks like their team has also Cole Cassidy ult and Rally. I'm not sure if it's going to be quite as effective as the tank ult going into it, so we'll see what they're going to do here.
Absolutely. I think that Terra has better synergies with the Deadeye, but at the same time, I think
Deadeye
that both...
goes out.
Deadeye comes down, forces them out of the area. Oh! Shot on the tank.
Wow.
You only need one, frankly. If the tank's off the table, it doesn't really matter who else there. You're just going to die. You can't take that damage.
That's some impressive stuff.
Very, very advantageous because it also lets them continue to have access to the Terra, which is a wonderful position to be in.
It's like enemy team still holding on to Cole Cassidy, ult, and Rally. They're probably going to enter with that this fight. Oh, there goes the Rally. We're going to see how they contest. There goes the castle.
Deadeye online. Captain Jr. going down. Trades with the Briggs. But we're trading.
Oh my goodness.
This match has been a match of equivalent exchange. Genji goes down. Forces the opposing Orisa off of the point.
Wow. What an incredible use of those cooldowns. Muhiki just simply just had everything in the kitchen sink to counter all of those ultimates and all of those bullets. And then Orisa with the javelin really saved that fight there.
Absolutely. Just extreme value. I feel like as much as the Deadeye is an incredibly powerful ultimate, with Orisa as prevalent as she is, it can be really painful. Muhiki with the blade, let's see something happen. The opposing Genji's out of the picture. There goes the Brig. Brig incredibly low. Brig's out of the picture. There goes the Cassidy! Chasing down this Juno. There's no space that can save you here.
Wow.
Even if you drop. That's huge! Okay, never mind. It just won the set, but like, even if it didn't, you forced out the orbital ray for no value.
0.
Wow.
A little bit anticlimactic because of the crash, but that's going to be the end of the first round, with CSU taking it in a pretty dominant showing.
Oh yeah.
It got a little bit scary in that first round, but at the same time, CSU found a way to clutch it out, found a way to find an opening, and like that's what CSU does. CSU is a team that's incredibly adaptable, incredibly capable of playing that like longer game of like, this is the one interaction we have to win. It's do or die right here, and they don't choke on it.
Absolutely, and it's so much fun to watch in this higher level of play, the management of the cooldowns. Everything has a purpose with every single one of these characters. The ult management, I'm loving to see how they're using these Juno ults. Space is really doing a great job with throwing those ults in, and everybody just getting value out of it.
Yeah, like I've jokingly referred to Juno Ultimate as the win the interaction button. But at the same time, it's an ultimate that I think requires a lot of coordination to get that full value out of.
Absolutely.
Because like when you use it suboptimally, you end up wasting a tool that, as the joke implies, could just straight up win an interaction.
Absolutely. And so it's really, really impressive to see them finally getting value out of these ultimates. Really working hard to just play as a team. And that was really what came out of that round. I just saw them such synergy with everybody. All the alts, everybody was really on top of that round.
CSU felt like a collective. They felt like they were able to kind of cover each other's weaknesses. And even when they would start having people go down, it felt like everybody knew how to handle the situation. It felt like they weren't getting into these dangerous scrambles and consistently were able to just outvalue NHU.
Absolutely. So I'm excited to see that going into this next round.
I think they are currently choosing between Hybrid and Escort.
Okay.
I want to see how that goes. Where do you think you'd want to go if you were NHU here?
If I was NHU, I'd want to play Hybrid. I wouldn't have any interest in playing on Escort maps with the kind of play that we're doing. A lot of Escort maps tend to just be very, very open space, and I think with the comps that are going forward here, I just don't think they're going to get a lot of value out of having characters that are such close range with each other. I can't really see that being effective going into this next round. So I think Hybrid is going to be much easier for that.
As said, I do agree, although unfortunately we're not going to get to see Circuit Royale, which, listen,
very disappointing.
Ty hates me for it. I love Circuit Royale. I love Circuit Royale. It's such... I like the sniper maps. I like getting to see Sigma.
Yes.
Although technically I think you're not supposed to play Sigma there anymore, but I don't care. It's a map, and it's a map that I back when like Dez was on, I think it was either White or I can't remember which one it was, but like watching Dez just snap people in the head was crazy.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. Dez had some crazy Widowmaker plays.
No, genuinely, you could convince me he had AMAX.
And that's why I'm also disappointed that we're not going to see Circuit, because that is probably the only time we'll ever see Sigma play in high-level competition, which is such a shame. I love watching Sigma. Hey, I love watching Sigma. I am a Sigma apologist.
Sigma is the
till
coolest character that's come out of Overwatch, and people don't want to admit it.
I know. I could actually get behind that.
Yeah, you want to stand up at the booth? You want to stand up at the booth and get mad at me for saying that? You gonna mute the microphones?
Uh-oh, we might get censored here. Sigma apology.
Hey,
uh-oh.
hey. Don't listen to this. Don't listen to this absolute malarkey that you're being spread right now.
Cut his mic.
Don't cut my mic. Don't you dare cut my mic. Anybody who says Sigma is the coolest character in Overwatch needs a lobotomy.
I have a lobotomy, and I'm correct.
Get a second one. It's Lucio.
Okay. Lucio's cooler mechanically. I think his lore's a little bit less cool. Like, I think Sigma's just a cool character. Not, like, mechanically, like, a character. I think that he's a really cool mad scientist.
I also do love Lucio too. That is a hard choice, Sigma and Lucio. I also wish I would see Green play a little bit more of Lucio, now that we're talking about it.
Not this meta.
Yeah, I know. Maybe someday.
They should bring back the multiplicative speed that you got from Speed Wheel and Diva.
Yeah.
No, never mind, no. I thought you were gonna say like allowing speed boost to stack and not removing the speed boost cap. No.
Hey, you're not in it
back,
first.
Don't bring back Diva Light Speed.
Bring back Diva Light Speed, but make it work with every other movement ability.
No.
You don't want to Winston jump at Mach 9?
You already do.
Do you want to Winston jump at Mach 9?
I already can.
Faster.
I already can.
With what?
You wouldn't get it.
I wouldn't, so that's why I'm asking you to explain it to me.
Nope.
Okay, keep your secrets.
Yup.
All right.
Oh, looks
Time
like
Monster immediately
King's
getting his
Row.
just desserts, going to King's Row.
This is such an exciting map to watch. I love playing King's Row. I love watching King's Row. I'm just a big fan of King's Row.
Time Monster will say as much as he can to disparage King's Row every time it shows up, every time we choose it. I think King's Row is a really interesting map.
I think it's fun. I think it's got an interesting choke right at the first point. I enjoy seeing what people do with the different plays, with the like TPs or going straight for the main.
I personally really like the play that you get with specifically back window during the second point, where you just have so many of these hallways that just like if you put back window in one of these areas, you get so much space, you get so much value, and also I just love the third point. It's such a scrambly. It's now or never for any team that shows up.
Absolutely.
And I think that there's always just an interesting thing that ends up happening there, even if it's just the team who was already pushing pushes through, because it's a hard point to push.
Absolutely. And I think you bring up a really good point about the hallways. Hallways are really fun to watch. They're interesting to play. I've been seeing a lot of people play Junkrat in these lower levels, and they're getting a lot of use out of those hallways, but I don't think we're going to see much of that in this upper... Oh, no, just kidding. They picked a Junkrat. So
Speak of the devil, he will appear.
Of course, I had to say something, and the enemy team looks like they're going to go in with a Junkrat.
Speak of the Krampus and he shall appear.
Yeah.
I'm not changing. I don't change this. I'm not going to change what I'm saying. Speak of the devil and he will appear. That's like, you know what I say when I mean
You know
that.
what I mean. You know.
I know the skin exists. I'm not going to change what I say.
Oh, it looks like they're going to switch back to the Genji, because I was going to say, it doesn't seem like Junkrat's going to get a lot of, I don't know, space out of this, coming out of this room here. So I'm kind of glad that they switched off with that on attack, at least for them.
I think that it's maybe not the best choice. I feel like Junkrat is a little bit weirdly positioned, especially with so much high ground on Kings. Like, the problem with Junkrat is it's very hard for him to shoot upwards. And if he can't get value out of like what he wants to do, and if you just camp him out on that high ground, he's in such a painful position.
Looks like they're going to roll out with an Ana here. I was actually hoping we were going to see an Ana from Green as well.
I definitely think that we could end up seeing it. We've seen Green definitely switch over to the Brig Ana on occasion. We are going to see the Brig Juno from NHU here. Everyone goes down, unfortunate, but they are going to trade with the Genji there. There's their tank.
And it's a good thing that Ghostface got out of that fight there. That was some really good cooldown management on Ghostface's side. Able to survive that fight with 1-up support for Green.
Absolutely. In these kinds of stagger situations, like when you're the second support and your other support is down, you can't. If you go down, you're putting your team in an immense amount of danger.
Absolutely.
Like it's scary. Like one support is scary enough. No supports is
Horrifying.
I don't want to be there. I'm glad I'm in the booth. Genji goes down as CSU continues to hold this first point. Alizu getting real close to the Terra alongside Ghostface and Captain Junior. Like, these ultimates are coming up real quick.
I really want able to make some space with a kill on their team, and they're going to have to wait out until everybody respawns. Nice waste of time for the enemy team.
I think that's a lot of the value. It's so hard to go into even a 4v5 in something like Overwatch because of the sheer power of a lot of these characters. If you get doubled up on, you're eating a bunch of damage. Both teams gonna end up popping the satellite here. Everything in the kitchen sink coming out right in here and now. Captain Junior and Skylarm are going to trade. Captain Junior or Ghostface trying to keep IW1 alive here. Knight goes down.
And they're just different. Those supports, they keep each other up and they do it well. And IW1 really is also amazing at managing all of his cooldowns, able to put out so much with all of his abilities. Nothing is wasted for that Brig.
Absolutely. I love IW1 on Brig.
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun to watch.
I thought Brig was a lame character, and then we started seeing her more consistently. Muhiki in the middle of everything. Deadeye forcing them backwards here. Muhiki pulls out the blade. Let's see something happen. Unfortunately, it's waited out by the Terra Surge here. Other blade from Knight here. Captain Junior goes down. It's lightsaber. Wait, never mind. It's Nano Blade.
Oh my goodness.
Every time I don't want to see Nano Blade if it's not on our team, frankly.
That is horrifying to watch.
Ali's are just barely not able to finish off the opposing tank. Muhiki is able to get the kill on Knight here, though. Needing to stay a little bit quieter so that CSU can regroup, but they did bring them down to 50 seconds, just starting on this first point.
Not bad at all. I think they're going to try to retake this, and Muhiki touches. They still got time.
Muhiki
Everybody's
gets the touch.
back.
Golden touch. CSU makes a bit of a play here. Captain Junior and Rival One down. Tire Surge!
Oh my god.
There goes Knight. CSU is they need to be able to hold this if they want just a very easy point. This is at 30 seconds. It's possible, but CSU taking some very major losses. 3 minutes ain't bad. 3 minutes to bring the second point is not bad at all.
Mm-hmm. And that was a really great touch. And just unfortunately they just couldn't get enough value out of those ultimates.
They had access to the Terra, they had access to pretty much nothing. They had access to the Rally and the Terra, but outside of that, they really didn't have anything to go into that, unfortunately. Which is, it's how it goes. But we are going to see them coming up on some very valuable ultimates soon. Unfortunately, NHU does have access to their own laser, but CSU is not far off from being able to play laser to laser.
Ghostface could just build that ult just a little bit more. I have a feeling they're going to enter with Orbital pretty soon here.
That was a painful bio grenade, taking down Captain Junior and Muhiki going down as a late result of it. CSU forced back just a little bit here. Trying to even out this ultimate disadvantage. I think if CSU can, like, even if it requires a death, bait out one of these ultimates from NHU, it's a way better position. Scary.
Imagine they can javelin away and get a little bit of space back, give time for everybody to come back and just get their bearings. They've still got ults coming up in this fight. I have a feeling Orbital's going out on both sides.
I feel like so many...
waiting.
Ooh, Muhiki unfortunately not going to get value off of the blade. It's High Noon taking out the Juno, but unfortunately dying in return. Alizu still using access to that beam to just try and shred through, standing on the point.
Trying to save any kind of time that Alizu can.
Saving time, getting percentages, but that's going to be the end with CSU having to regroup and reassess here.
We're going to see if they're going to be able to make this touch. I have a feeling they're probably not going to go for it. They don't have their tank back yet. Yeah, I think they're just going to let the enemy team have that one and regroup for the next fight.
I'm a little bit iffy on the Sojourn, but at the same time, I think I see the value. Being able to beam them down from a pretty decent angle is pretty valuable here.
I agree. I'm interested to see the kinds of plays that Muhiki's going to be able to pull off here. He's had some really good Sojourn games these past few. Whoa.
Blade comes down, but I think it gets javelined. Everyone goes down, unfortunately, to the Blade. However, Alizu is right there to start punishing people. Goes down. But both things are down. This is still an even fight.
That was some pretty aggressive stuff coming out from Green's tank.
I'm liking the bubble on the point.
Looks like they're going to go and try to contest. They've got that space for now. They're going to try to poke, try to build some ults. Playing it slow.
2 minutes on the clock, but they are at a pretty hefty ultimate disadvantage. They do need to find some X-Factor damage to try and even this up. I'm a little bit worried about that Deadeye from NHU here. Speaking of the devil, it'll be used. And unfortunately, it's looking like they're going to get a bunch of value off of it, but... Oh! Alizu with the sacrifice! It's painful, but like you saw the crosshairs
Yeah.
they had there. It was not where you want it to be.
Absolutely not. That was going to be the whole team, and Alizu had to just take one for it. Rally going in. Looks like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I really won getting incredible value. Oh my god, the whip. Oh, the whip shot. The whip shot.
I really won said rally to me, and the rest of CSU went, all right, bet.
Oh my gosh, what an incredible ult.
Genuinely.
That one gets clipped for sure.
That hat, Livy, you know what to do. Back into this interaction.
Got about a minute left.
Muhiki
Got
does
some
have
ults
access.
now.
Muhiki's popping the overclock here. Alongside the everything in the kitchen sink coming down from both teams. This is now or never for everybody. Gets value off of the overclock, but unfortunately not enough to get a kill.
There we go.
Speak of the devil. Apparently I was just speaking way too soon.
Wow.
20 seconds on the clock. CSU holding pretty strong. Access to the Deadeye with the next ultimate for NHU being the Blade. They're going to have to get in and deal some serious damage really, really quickly, but they're probably going to have to rely on overtime, if anything.
Absolutely. It's not. It looks like they're not going to be able to build enough ults up quick enough. Captain Junior going out with the... Oh, but it looks like he gets booped.
Very
Oh, that's
painful.
tragic.
Painful, but might not be the end of the fight. That might be the end of the fight. Ugh. CSU taking some pretty major losses. We're gonna have to see if they can rotate in before it's capped.
And Ghostface doing their best to just try to pump heals into everybody, but just unfortunately all alone, and it's just not enough.
Yeah, I think it was it Jap? Was it? I'm not sure what Bonk's.
I think it was the spin, Orissa's spin, just because Orissa got another character off of that one. That was
Yeah.
just really painful to watch.
Initiating match.
But it looks like they put them into overtime. Am I correct? I think so. Yeah, it looks like they put them into overtime. So that's good at least.
Now, frankly, it felt like CSU was on top of that match for a lot of it, even if they did end up getting pushed to third.
Absolutely.
So I'm curious to see how that leverage goes when they're on offense. I'm hoping to see a bit of a stomp, frankly. I like CSU on offense when they're able to just start rolling their dice and just go, hey, you're gonna die.
Absolutely. And this is where I'm hoping to see an Ana pick here. The dream may or may not be real. I am a little biased. I just love to watch an Ana play. Looks
Listen.
like enemy team's going out with an Ana.
If I see Ana and Genji on the same team, I'm thinking one thing and one thing exclusively, and I want it. I want it desperately. I just want to see it happen again.
I am there with you. The dream can sometimes
The dream
be
never
real.
dies. See, sticking with the composition, we're not even going to see, I don't think, unless Muhiki decides for a last-second switch, not going to even see these switch back onto Genji.
I am interested to see what kind of value Muhiki is going to get out with the Sojourn here on attack. I think Muhiki will get a lot of space with the bubble, but other than that, I really don't know.
Sojourn isn't particularly well positioned, but I don't think that she's particularly weak, just from the fact that I think that her kit is fundamentally very strong.
Absolutely.
It covers a lot of space, it covers a lot of angles, and if you can just start, like, even if it's not going to kill people, like, there's a lot of damage to be found in those, like, headshot rail shots.
Muhiki's trying to go for a sneaky kill on that Ana. Looks like I really one goes down.
I feel like Muhiki might actually just be waiting for the Ana to try and jump him. Bit of trading here. CSU is favored in most of these trades, just given the fact that their spawn is so much quicker.
Looks like they're going to take control of the point for a moment here. Orisa comes back to try to contest that.
Speedring goes down, allowing everyone to get in with this Orisa. Both supports are alive, and while that does focus fire on them, that does mean that Alizu is able to just be a full surviving tank.
Captain Junior rolling in and out, trying to get good positioning, pumping damage into the enemy team.
Opposing Genji goes down. This could be a pick that allows them to start getting value.
Mirroring orbital going out, right onto the point.
I feel like...
Wow!
Oh my... Oh my god! Everything in the kitchen sink!
What?
I've jokingly called the ultimate spin to win before, but like...
Wow, I am speechless.
I know Orbital was good, but like...
What a crazy ultimate.
Jeez!
I'm actually speechless. That was impressive. But It looks like they're going to go back in. They've got some ults coming up. They've got Mohiki's ult. They got Captain Junior's ult, 2 DPS ults, and a rally. It looks good for CSU. They take control of the point again. Arissa's going to roll in right onto Brig. Oh, and so is the Genji, and Iruli1 goes down.
Everyone goes down. I think right now the main thing that needs to happen is CSU cannot let their mental get, like, they have to be able to play off of that. High Noon coming down from Blackout here. Doesn't find anybody. We're going to see the overclock from Muhiki. There goes Alizu, but there goes the Blackout. Genji on barely anything but able to survive by the skin of his teeth, but never mind. Captain Jr.
Captain Jr.
Captain Jr. making me eat my words as CSU tries to push onto this point.
Waiting to see this whole Cassidy ult going out. I don't think we'll see it. Oh, this enemy Orisa and their ults are just really fantastic for NHU.
At the very least, that Orisa is down with their supports in a very precarious position. That's going to be CSU grabbing it a little bit more time on the clock than NHU did, but not by much. They're going to have to push this pretty far, but I don't hate it.
And they've got ults coming too. Looks like they're doing a good job of building ults. They really didn't need to use much for that last fight in order to win it.
They're going to be in the situation where they're going to be able to mirror the orbital ray, which has seemed like it's such an important thing to do because you don't want to get orbital ray. You need something to play against orbital. Like, that's just the fact of the matter. And, like, the best thing to play, if you can't beat them, you join them.
Absolutely. But as these fights are now becoming, is CSU going to be able to get more value out of their orbital? They've got Rally going out too.
Nanoblade on the table.
Looks like, oh my gosh. And CSU, yep, they just had the better ults. They just had it.
I was about to get excited for Nanoblade, but it's looking like it's not going to find any value with CSU just pushing in. Curious to see who's on the cart right now, but CSU able to just run pretty easily. Captain Jr. getting a nice shot on the Orisa, and the Juno going into space, but maybe not the right one. CSU getting pretty close to that second point. They are going to probably be able to roll out before second point gets properly taken, but this is looking real good for CSU. They're sitting on 2 minutes. They're about to get their forward spawn. It just really does come down to this third point and then the tiebreakers. High Noon coming down.
This ends now.
See a bit of trading, and I think it's very much in CSU's favor. Muhiki trying to get some nice shots on this Genji, but unfortunately not going to be able to find a kill, I don't think. Never mind! Making me sound like a fool with this Genji on barely anything, unfortunately able to retreat just in the nick of time. CSU continuing to push here. There goes the opposing tank. Once that tank goes down, it's like dominoes. There's the Juno.
Yep. There it goes, and they get to cap that second point on King's Row.
Second point, 3 minutes on the clock. This is a good position to be in.
They are absolutely in good shape. They're building some ults. Muhiki and Alizu pushing up to try to get a little bit more charge on their ults, try to create some space and really get that cart pushing.
I think the
They've got
situation
2 on the cart.
I think the situation right now is you want to chew through the ultimates that NHU is going to get before you. Like, they're going to get that Terra, they're going to get access to that Deadeye, and like, if you can force those ultimates out, you are going to be able to come in and roll with incredibly powerful ultimates that are not going to go contested. Lightning's not going to strike twice with CSU dispersing right before the Terra. Blackout from the opposing team goes down. Alizu, the one getting value off of it this time.
Wow, what a javelin too. What a great play from Alizu and Green.
Real 1-2 punch. Able to put some serious hurt on NSU here. About to push them to tiebreakers. And like, your time is not looking good for tiebreakers.
Whew. Alizu pushing way up, body blocking that point, not letting anybody get on that cart.
The door is not, you are not allowed to get through that door. Knight goes down, Ghostface goes down. Both supports are out of the picture for CSU. A little bit painful, but they're still sitting with 2 minutes on the clock.
Oh, Alizu goes down.
Alizu goes down, which is a little bit painful. We see the ball switch from NHU, which is primarily just for the mobility. However, we're going to see another, I think we're going to see another one of those mirrored orbitals, mirrored orbitals.
I think you're right. And it looks like Ball is switching back to Orisa. Looks like that was simply just a time play. We've got some ults coming up on Green's side. Oh, here we go, Orbital on our side. Muhiki ult going out.
Everything in the kitchen sink, but unfortunately,
the blade takes him down.
That's what I was afraid of. I was going to mention something about the blade, the orbital laser, and the nano all coming down at once. That's really painful. However, they're now an ultimate advantage.
That's right.
A little bit, not too extensive. They're probably going to have to, like, Captain Junior is going to have to find it during the encounter or he's not going to get it, but CSU rolling in. This is their final stand. If they can't take this, this is going to be the, this is going to push them to 1-1 and be a little bit scary going into the third round, but
1 minute left and having to build up some ults here. Everybody is looking for something. We're trying to create some space, trying to play it slow, using up our time. This might be the last fight they have here.
Junior trying to find a pick on somebody. 96%. I feel like you're gonna use you're gonna use this on cooldown, right? High Noon coming down forces them off of the point, out of the angles. Unfortunately, doesn't find value of it, but it does find a little bit of area for CSU to start rampaging. But unfortunately, that nano is going to be major. Captain Junior goes down. CSU needs to find a way to recontest and restabilize.
Alizu coming up on his ult, but the enemy Orisa also has theirs. Who's going to do it first? Which will be more effective? Alizu going out. Alizu gets pick on Blackout.
Finds a kill on the Cassidy here. That's the second. That's another one of those. But it's not going to find anyone. But CSU is in a little bit of a scary position. Very low on health. Ghostface goes down. CSU is low on tanks, low on health, and low on options. As the clock begins to dwindle down, Captain Junior takes a death. Rally comes down. OW2 currently the hope and savior of CSU if they can keep this rolling. But it's looking a little bit scary. Stun on the.
Wow.
Ouch. Yeah. Just sort of getting outvalued with these ultimates as CSU continues to just try and stay on the point, but unfortunately, that's going to be overtime with CSU going 1-1 against the NHU Chargers.
Wow, what a game. There was some crazy stuff going out in that fight. Such aggressiveness coming from both teams. Green just trying to push that as best as they can.
They played hard, but I think we're going to see that last second Genji for the play of the game there.
This ends now.
Yep, orbital laser. And the nano, and the blade, just everything in the kitchen sink dumped onto this Genji for an insane amount of value. Now,
wow.
I think you've got a game to attend.
Yes, I do have a game to go to, so I'm going to go cheer them on in some real time. But thank you so much,
all right, it was great having you.
Psychic and production team. It was a lot of fun. So let's hope for the best for Green.
Thank y'all. Thank you, ShamWow, for joining us. And we will be back for this next round of... It's about to see Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Overwatch 2. Stay tuned. Alrighty, moving into the push map. There's a chance we see ball here.
These views are amazing. See if Overwatch cared more about their world building, we'd have a better game.
Overwatch cared about their world building. We wouldn't be commentating this as an esport. We'd be playing it as a first-person shooter solo
That
game.
is true. That is true.
As a first-person shooter MMO.
Maybe.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, yeah, that's what Blizzard does almost.
It's like Destiny if it were bad. So it's like Destiny.
Yeah, how about that?
I get to make that joke. I grinded Destiny too, you
Oh,
know.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Subject myself to that.
Things I'd do for love.
Smash, so.
Don't love bad things.
Oh, it wasn't for the love of the game.
Well,
Well, we're not talking about my love life. Moving into third round here. We're going to see a little bit of a change here. We're going to see a switch Muhiki on the Tracer. IW1 on the Zen. Thank you. I forgot his name. I was about to call him Ramatra.
No.
What is that?
How do you feel about this?
I think Zen is cool.
I think Zen is cool. I think Discord Orb goes hard.
Like, I don't think Zen's been changed much since the start of the game.
He's been tweaked a bit, but a lot of his tweaks have been reverted because they made him too good. This face goes down. Unfortunately, Alizu as well. Very painful for CSU.
Oh, but
However-
in turn we take their Orisa.
Like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you can take out the opposing tank before it becomes relevant that your tank died, it's pretty even.
Once things down, you basically won the fight.
Escorting the robot.
CSU taking control of the robot here, able to push it in a little bit here.
We're making progress. Let's stay with him.
Is Alizu rotated back in? Alizu has rotated back in.
You just got the teams complete.
We see a lot of these animation cancels for Rum, IWU1 waiting for somebody to just peek.
And there's their FIFA Orisa.
We are going to see Muhiki with some pretty serious ultimate percentage. I feel like you could get some value on specifically the Ana, I'm thinking.
Or hopefully they catch the Juno out the air, that'd be nice.
The Juno out of the air would be nice, but it's a lot harder of a target to hit. We are going to see
Oh, that was 3
taking...
targets. 6
Takes
targets.
down the tank. Muhiki goes down, but alongside the opposing Ana.
There goes the knight by ours end.
I mean, hey, if you're betting on teacher and student, I'm tempted to bet on the teacher.
I bet on the teacher.
It depends on the student, I guess. And if it's Genji with Blade, I might not be betting, but I don't know.
Teacher play is scary.
What's up?
Goku and Roshi.
Look,
Goku
Sure,
is
buddy. Sure, we can go with
Goku is
that.
built entirely different. We're targeting the Orisa.
Yeah, that's the... I'm really liking... You put Discord Orb on the tank and they die.
Like, because everybody's already targeting the tank.
Like, you're already gonna... Time Monster with the most shocked expression I've ever seen from Time Monster. Who knew if you put the thing that increases damage on the tank dies?
Wait till you use a little damage boosting.
I'm liking where we are right now. We're having some pretty serious ultimates here. We're about to see 5 in a row.
Blocking satellite vector.
Both orbits and Terra Surge?
The mirrors,
Not
just
playing any of that.
every circular ultimate comes out all at once. The IRU1 able to finish.
I don't know the team if they can use their ultimate.
Approaching the final destination.
The Lone Tracer gone.
They're getting a lot of value out of this, especially with they have Transcendence on board. Like, what's your plan?
And Deadeye.
Having a little bit of a cowboy duel at sundown here. Where's the Patera? But like that just puts you in one spot for Zen to beam you down. I think that's the fastest push map I've ever seen.
Pass into the eye.
Transcendence.
Transcendence for the insult to injury, and CSU goes up. We could have had ShamWow in for that one.
Oh, oh.
Literally could have.
We literally could have.
Oh, it's. Oh.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
I'm sure Sharon we're here right now.
That was just impressive.
Insanely fast. How much time did we spend on that?
3 minutes and 20 seconds.
3 minutes. Speedrun. Someone submit that to speedrun.com.
Please. Let me know what to do.
If you were to look at the Twitch right now with the delay, CSU just started moving the bot.
That's so funny, though.
Oh my god.
Pretty sure you could fit that entire match into a Twitch clip.
No.
Not a Twitch hot.
No.
TikTok.
Yes.
Flashpoint or Clash.
So
I don't want to see Flash.
we never see Clash.
Good.
What is Clash anyway?
5
It's
CP.
The 2 CP maps repurposed as 5 CP but worse.
Oh, so bad.
Yeah.
It's like, remember this old map from Overwatch 1? Let's make it completely worse. All the memories gone. Who cares?
Somehow it's not even worse than 2 CP. Because there's no Paris or no...
I miss Paris. For the looks, not the gameplay.
There's still the deathmatch version.
There's always deathmatch. Hi.
Having a little bit of a map pick here.
I was gonna say merging from the keys.
We're in a
This is
flashpoint.
Woo! Yeah, we're not going to Clash.
I mean, to be fair, I would be interested to see.
Because only 2 maps.
So, out of the 2 flashpoint maps, which one is your favorite?
The cool one.
New Junk City.
Excuse me?
New Junk City.
I like both of them. Like, I think both of them look pretty cool. What do you see, Servasa? This is the usual pick.
You guys pick. So
I mean, like, honestly, with the previous round, I think Servasa is really valuable for CSU. If we're going to see that IW1 composition with the Zenyatta to just...
I rolled shredding with Zen.
You'd think Zen was viable this patch.
Honestly.
Like, you put the Discord Orb on the tank, you shoot the tank, and they die.
And then you win the team fight.
You win the team fight for free!
Why don't more people do this?
$2! I think we need a Tie Monster King.
Just for tie.
Alrighty, moving into game point for CSU here.
Hopefully we see more Zen. The Zen's really was popping off.
The Zen was... I like the Zen. I like the Zen with the speed ring. Like, the problem with Zen is he is immobile. He sits in one spot. He doesn't have movement abilities. His closest to a movement ability moves other people. I kind of Winston code you. You're buff and you're smart.
Buff.
Smart.
Smart.
And you're also like you're obviously tank coded. Like, let's be frank with that one. I'm not gonna say you float. What?
Roadhog.
No. I have respect for you.
I'll call you Roadhog.
Thanks, man.
Gotta make sure we get both sides of the coin.
Pretty interesting. We are going to see that same composition from CSU here, but we're going to see a composition that makes me feel like it's like last semester from NHU here. Kiriko, the Lucio, the Junker Queen. I mean, the DPS wouldn't be too out of the space, although you didn't see a lot of Genji.
Oh, Symmetra.
Sim?
Just for TP.
Ah, I see.
Initial flashpoint.
Yeah, the forbidden TP trick.
Oh, the switch.
Yeah, just for the TP.
Yeah, it's just a teleport out.
I think this took place decided on whether Hyrule can get...
The moment IRU1 gets a visual on the tank, this team fight is ended.
Yeah.
Which is definitely a little bit harder, given the fact that we are looking into a Junker Queen who is a much smaller target, but like...
There's also like lots of killers in the way, and if you lose line of sight for like 3 seconds, orb is gone, and then it's on cooldown.
Like, I will say the one concern is they did switch onto the Kiriko, which does give you a value in being able to counter the orb. But like, he's just gonna put it back on you.
Send them packing.
Like, the cooldown's a lot longer for Suzy than it is for Orb.
And even then, I'll just put on... You can just put on another opponent.
Or even better yet, put it on the Kiriko first and kill her. CSU playing a little bit of a long-range composition, allowing Alizu to just sort of be on the point and supporting from behind. Unfortunately misses the Javelin. Orbs on the tank.
Oh, if you can get enough out.
Unfortunate. I think you think you burn some of these ultimates, and I part of me wants to say the switch because I don't like the Kiriko situation, but
Kind of annoying, yeah.
I also think that CSU is a team that can absolutely adapt to it. CSU rolling back into the point.
With our
Fox 2 comes down. They really want to win this interaction. There's the Terra! In the kitchen sink, trying to shut. There goes the Genji. Orb was on the Genji, or Genji's dead. Just no surprise there. CSU takes control of the point once again.
Can we get Overwatch Junker Queen?
Getting an invite to the next
Rose
match in
jumped.
the middle of this one. Heinen coming down from Blackout.
Just giving space.
Takes a little bit of distance.
Beat.
He comes down. LSU takes a pretty painful death.
99% too.
CSU is sitting at 99 though. If they're able to make a retake, which is a little bit scary because these points go by quick, they could do something, but I'm
They
not
can make
sure.
it there in time. They have Deadeye and Trans.
If they can get a touch, I think that they're pretty good at it. You're gonna see CSU. CSU can make a touch.
Are we gonna touch?
Coming in here. Pressing a lot of buttons. There goes the...
Non-Trans come out.
This goes off the table. Uses the Transcendence, forces out the ultimate from the Junker Queen.
Oh, nice save before they can just play it.
I was able to get value for it.
Deadeye comes out. Giving space.
Well, that
I
comes
think,
up.
I think they have the point.
Forces them off the point. They really want to touch. There's the Kiriko. They're able to push back on.
I wrote what's that in a dream?
I don't like the gamble. I like what they were going for, but the problem then became that it's really, really hard now that you are currently in a little bit of disadvantage. Or actually, you're decently even if you can get some good damage in. I'm concerned.
Yeah, this team's moving a lot faster than that Lucio, but because Lucio can have constant speed opposed to just one small speeder.
I feel like it might be time. I think the Brig might need to come out, but we are going to see a kill on most of the team, actually. That's the power of Terra.
And that's the team.
Team goes down. I really won 80% to Transcendence. Ghostface 80% to the Orbital. Nearest ultimates on NHU are going to be a effectively ready Deadeye and a Fox Tube upcoming.
They're going into the fight.
Knight on the backline trying to find a flank chance. Ghostface gets access to the ultimate. Ghostface pops it.
Point.
CSU trying to find value. Unfortunately, Alizu and Muhiki going down.
I think Ghostface trying to use the ultimate too early.
Ugh. You're coming up on a Transcendence, but ouch. 64%, maybe not the worst. Gives you a chance to run in and just start tanking people, but how do you think? I think CSU. I'm trying to wonder how CSU is going to use this Transcendence here. I feel like a aggressive usage of it, where it just sort of millions damage.
Like I feel like using Trans and
We're going to see it here. Using it in a little bit of an aggressive fashion to allow CSU to push in.
playing Deadeye.
A pair of Deadeyes. Finds
Gets the Rico.
Gets the kill on the Junker Queen here.
Gets the Lucio.
Lucio's down alongside that Cassidy.
Knight's in the back line.
Knight really wants it, but has the orb on him. Reflect is just.
You don't know when to quit.
Reflect putting in some serious work to keep Knight alive. Muhiki coming up on that blade.
Since he's going only with 80 plus. Surge heroes. Yep. That's all your opponents.
Ooh, unfortunate. They find the hit on Yeah, ouch. That's painful.
Yeah, that's a hard point.
Hyper-ring deployed.
A little bit painful. You got to figure out what you're doing here, because if you lose this, you are in match point. But these points go way too fast. You're at 86 on the opposing team already. It might be a situation where you try and reestablish and recontest, but that's gonna be Muhiki on the point with Genji, unfortunately getting just shredded. Captain Jr. trying to find value.
It's out. Dragon Blade's out.
He comes down, Dragon Blade out. Ouch.
It's not good for CSU, right? It's not looking good.
CSU losing these at just the last second. Really painful. We're seeing the switch over to the Ana. I think I like it. It definitely opens up the position for, I mean, the thing I want to see desperately.
You think we're going to see it?
We must accept
We could. The ultimates are a little bit off center, so I'm a little bit scared about that, but like, if CSU can store them.
We almost had Deadeye and Laser.
Deadeye Laser, good combination.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
Ali's getting on the point and putting down some suppressive fire.
This will, that was Fox and Rampage too.
A little bit scary, but definitely not the end for CSU. Roar comes down. Super valuable. There goes the ultimate for Ghostface, trying to get some damage in. There goes the opposing Cassidy. Luigi holding onto that blade.
Space.
There goes the tank.
Double kill.
There's the Kiriko.
Triple kill.
There goes the Genji.
Hey, at least give him a chance.
That's...
Comes to Lucio. Doing whatever Lucio does.
There was the Lucio, and there goes the
He
Lucio.
was there.
He was there for a second. Blink and you miss him.
There got his badge and left.
CSU at a little bit of an ultimate advantage, although they are facing a couple of ultimates that are in the bucket of NHU here.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Ainuni coming down from Captain Jr. really forces them off of this sightline. It was super open for a second, but then they have to just entirely neglect the fact that they had Fox Tube down. Gets value on 3. Scary. Both supports are down. Alizu is low health. Blade comes down, trying to find some value.
Not quite getting Lucio.
Honestly,
99%.
99%. We've seen this again.
And they're just now starting. I think CSU has this.
I think CSU's in a good position. I just think that's a little bit scary. NHU has shown to be an incredibly potent team the both other times that they were in this position. Which is not where CSU wants to be, because they really want to be able to take this and just start rolling. I think right now, you want to find value without using a bunch of resources yourself.
Exactly. You want to keep the resources when they start popping ultimates.
Versus up the Suzu. Serious damage on that tank. Nano Cassidy just cowboy. Shoot him. CSU retakes it. Currently in overtime and breaking the curse. 1-2, still in game point, but a little bit further away from a loss. Or a little bit closer to a win, technically.
The other team's close to Deadeye and beat.
I will say I do like this point for CSU. These overhangs can be very, very valuable, especially, although granted, I like it.
Our laser's coming up. 99. Oh, there it is.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
Beat is upcoming. I'm afraid we could see something like a Beat Blade, which could be really, really painful, but
And then Deadeye.
Beat Blade, Deadeye, but also I feel like they might want to save their ultimates here, store them up, and save them for a later date, because
There goes Deadeye.
there goes Deadeye.
Oh, it
With the boop.
the boom between.
And unfortunately, Ghostface in the wrong place at the wrong time, getting shredded.
CSU has 3 ultimates, so they're not at a complete deficit.
They're not in a bad position, but it's definitely scary with a couple like members of your team dead here. Having to probably regroup and readjust. It is really close to your spawn at the very least, so you definitely are capable of taking this.
I think they need to focus on the healers. The healers' ultimates are really good in this situation.
They're really good, but they might not know off the top of their head that they have ultimate, although they probably know about the beat.
Take up.
Wall comes out, trying to force out the beat, maybe. Just forces them off of the point instead. But even when you don't get a shot off with the beat, that's the Fox Tube coming down.
There's her.
Knight and Big Warrior off the table. This is big for CSU. Takes control of the point at 59%.
Creature jumps off.
Team kill.
And we get a team kill.
That's value. That's value. 66% on the Nano. I want to see it. I mean, honestly, you might. That's the thing, though. Like I've mentioned it before. Usually, when we're talking about Flashpoint, Flashpoint is a map or is a mode where you do have to be aware of your ultimates going into a fight because you keep them between your matches.
Blocking satellite vector.
Oh, it's ours.
That's the beam going down, forces
Then blades out.
blade
It's
coming down
OW2.
for Rum Muhiki. See value from it, forces out the beat.
Still a Junker Queen, and I still has his blade.
A little bit painful. I feel like you'd want a little bit more value on it, especially when Knight's going to come in and try and swing for value. There goes Captain Junior. There goes Ali's doing IW1. Ghostface is off the table. A little bit painful. 60%. These points go really, really quickly. CSU does have the advantage, but if they aren't able to take it back really quickly, it's probably going to be curtains for this match. Or this map, technically.
I'm here. Keep fighting.
Nano's on the table. We can see that happen.
You know, Terror Surge maybe?
I don't hate the Nano Terror Surge.
No recovery.
High Noon comes down.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Nano on the Genji. Let's see something happen. There goes the Cassidy. Tries to get value on this Genji. Or on this Lucio. Lucio's down. Here it goes down. Everybody aside from the tank is dead. 99%. CSU taking it at 99% and a decent ultimate advantage. They're about to come up on that Deadeye. They're about to come up on that Terror Surge. They're about 50% towards the beam, which is really, really valuable. Going on to Temple, whoever wins this is going to win the match, and it is currently game point for CSU. And it all comes down to this. All the marbles are riding on this, and we're going to have to see how CSU decides to approach it. Unfortunately, NSU is going to be the people who are able to get to the point first.
Locks in 10 seconds.
Yeah, with that Lucio, they have really good speed at the moment.
Even the speed ring can't be. Speaking of Lucio, Lucio's out of the picture.
Cassidy's almost gone.
Cassidy's on pittance. He's getting served by his other healer.
Can't we get the
Fox Tube comes down.
Terror Surge?
Terror comes out.
2 kills?
Finds the Cassidy. About to find the Genji. Ghostface goes down, but I think that it's a little bit too little too late.
There goes the Genji.
They end up using the Terra, but they end up gaining the Blade and the Deadeye here. Really, really close on the Orbital Laser as well.
This is a very good position for CSU to be in right now.
It's a great position for CSU to be in. I think the one thing they may need to be a little bit scared of is that Reckoning from the opposing Junker Queen. But aside from that, those ultimates are a little bit low, and if they can get early picks on characters like the Lucio, like the Genji, they're going to be able to prevent them from getting that ultimate value. Unfortunately, Muhi gets shredded, forcing out...
Reckoning comes out.
Reckoning comes out. Honestly, I like seeing it that early. They're going to find value on the Cassidy.
Falls off.
Trying to find some more value, but painful.
Hi.
Good thing they only just captured the point, 11%.
Let's use it. I think my main concern here is going to be that Blade is coming up, but Blade is usually an offensive ultimate, which is going to have to be used a little bit more towards when they're trying to recontest.
But we also have our own Blade, and then we're very close to Nano, too.
We're on the Blade, we're close to the Nano, you can see the Dream happen, but I also think that it could get value on its own. Deadeye coming out, forces them off of the sightline, allowing CSU to start pushing in. Like, even when you don't get the shots from the Deadeye, I love how it's being used by CSU here.
Just the presence of it just makes you want to scatter.
That's going to force out the Blade from the opposing team. If they can survive this, then that's going to be a huge momentum swing for CSU.
Slept.
The sleep! He went to bed with a sword in his hands. That's not where you want to be as a Genji. Chasing down this Lucio. No health and a Reflect and a Dream. It's healed back up, and there goes... There they go.
They're gone.
Just like that. And that's going to be CSU taking the match against the NSU Chargers. Are we doing an interview for that one? All right.
Play of the game.
What's up?
We're gonna grab Ghostface.
Alrighty, we'll be right back with an interview with Ghostface.
Reckoning.
Welcome back, everybody. A good win here for CSU Green. 3-1. How you feeling after that one?
Really good, honestly. It was a stressful game, but we got it.
I mean, for me personally, I know I was in the booth the whole time, so it's not something I could talk about mid-game, but I have a superstition that whenever I see the first two maps of a game and it goes 1-1, I have the superstition that's worst team wins control. I'm not going to lie, I got a little bit scared after map 2.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a superstition for a reason, though. You guys clutched up. It was well played.
we did. It was a tough one, but I'm glad we pulled through.
Yep. How do you feel? You obviously didn't start the semester on green, having to adjust. How has that process been for you so far, as the very much so rookiest player on the team?
It was definitely a lot harder in the beginning. I was very nervous. I could feel I was definitely not keeping with the team, but over time it got a lot easier. I started to work with them a lot more, and I feel like I'm learning a lot. I feel like I'm picking up a lot of stuff, so it's going well.
That's good. Out of everything that you've learned playing with Overwatch Green, what is one thing you never thought about before playing at this level that has clicked in your brain?
Oh gosh, I mean, it's not really necessarily something I've never thought of. It's just something I definitely needed to work on a lot
That's
more,
all right.
and I'm realizing the importance. Well, it's what I'm thinking of.
Okay, that's fair.
And it's just a lot more communication than I had previously, been working with. So it's definitely taking some getting used to.
All right, well, congratulations on your win. It was
Thank
a good,
you.
solid 3-1 win. I believe that puts you 4-2 in NECC right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that.
Something like that. Well, I mean, sometimes I just know more than players. That happens. But well played tonight. We will be going back over to Overwatch White in just a bit. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the Overwatch White game. We're gonna be going into King's Row here coming up. It's gonna be a whole bunch of fun.
You were right. It is just gonna be you say we're back and we're going to fade to game.
Yep.
I also have to change the scores.
Ooh. Sure.
Which headset?
Did they miss a game or are they starting now?
It doesn't look like they started yet.
Have they started yet?
If not,
They started map 1. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
they won map 1.
Yay!
Can we get a check on that, please? From my other student workers, can we get a check on if they won map 1? Thank you.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure, but I want to be sure. I want to be sure, sir. I want to surely be sure.
I feel like I'm gonna be really bad at this.
It's fine.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Please tell me that I get picked up on cam on mic. We'll find out in 3 minutes.
Yep.
It's gonna go crazy.
Am I deciding when this, like, is this hardware
Yeah.
muted? Or
is there a red
is it
light?
all complete? No, it's
No,
not.
you guys are audible.
Oh, nice.
There's no pressure.
Well, I love being audible before the map starts.
It's like that.
It's gonna be a whole bunch of fun. What?
She totally clocked it. You know what? I will send it to a quick break. He's got a point. We'll be right back until they. Oh no, they're ready now.
Yep.
Never mind. Get one up one. We're going in.
All right, going into King's Row.
Woo!
Seems like the charges are starting on ball life weaver here. I think there's probably just gonna be a
Mercy?
maybe a spawn room strategy.
We'll see.
Initiating match.
We got some exciting hero selects so far.
Thrilling,
Doing great.
truly.
You know, I think CSU Vikes have been rolling out on they've been rolling out a lot of Reinhardt Bap Juno today, from what I've seen, with some combination of
Battle.
Reaper, Cass, May, a few different DPS heroes, but I think from this series we're probably going to be seeing a lot of Bastion from Swagmaster here. Does seem like they're rolling out on this this comp they've been playing all day today though.
Looks like SVSU is rolling out with May Ash on damage.
Yeah.
Some picks.
They have a pretty, I don't know, they have a pretty interesting attacking strategy here. It seems like something that CSU hasn't really had to run into today. So we'll see how they do into this.
5, 4,
From the result of the first map though, I'm not too worried so far for them. Even though it was a 2-1 win for that map, I think that they're holding on pretty strong. Team's coming out, playing pretty slow. We're just gonna be holding the statue here. Use the speed ring. Let's see if Winter starts coming in here. Playing pretty slow on this corner. They're swinging with the Bastion form. Seem to be going in pretty aggressive here. We get the kill on the Bat, we get the kill on the Ash, but Winter gets traded out. We're gonna have to go like pretty slow now that their tank's dead, but they're gonna try to look for a pick here maybe. Nevi gets rocked, gets killed. Pushing out with the Bastion form. Sigma tries to eat it. CSU seems like they're in a pretty tough situation here. They're still just buying time off the objective. Seems like SVSU was just able to turn that one around. But CSU might be able to get a touch here. Playing slow, regrouping, giving up a couple ticks. Are they gonna go for the touch though? Since they get walled, I don't know if they're gonna be able to touch this one. Ah, the lamp just comes in just too late.
I'm gonna have to pull back here.
Big 3. SVSU is coming up on a lot of ults here. I think it's gonna be a bit of trouble for CSU, but they're gonna have the Juno ult coming up soon.
Well, DPS ults as well coming soon for CSU.
Yeah, it should be big for them. It's gonna be a pretty even ult fight here. Winner swapped off the Reinhardt to the Sigma, so he's going to be down to none. You might see a fight coming up at this corner. Might have some ults pushing out of here. The ring coming out. Seems like they're going to try to go in. Still just sitting back and spamming though. If the wall come out, the Juno won't come out, they're going to walk in. Oh. Big blizzard, big lamp. Ooh, the Reaper ult gets Transcendence. We have the Bastion coming out, gets a pick. Lots of trades coming out here, but it seems like SVSU is going to win this fight. Seems like we're going to have a regroup here for CSU. SVSU is still holding on to a lot of ults here, though. They might be in a favorable position to win this point. CSU is going to be able to get a touch here, it seems like. They don't really have much going into this. Winner gets rocked.
Maybe not after that rock.
Oh, unfortunate. CSU loses the point here. They're just going to be playing slow on this corner, it seems like. They have the window. They might be able to push here. Seems like Shu gets picked. Get the rock on the Bob. They're absorbing a lot of the damage coming in from SVSU right now. Swagmaster gets a pick on Reggie. CSU is having an opportune moment to walk in here. Have the flux off the enemy team's window, but it seems like they're going to be able to live. She gets the pick on Crispy, but Nevi gets traded out here. Winner gets the pick on Zippy. Vikes are up in this fight. Seems like they're going to be able to hold this corner just fine.
My ultimate is almost ready.
SVSU's coming in here with the flux. It's going to be pretty strong coming into what CSU has this fight. But let's see if they're able to hold this corner with their portals. The flux comes out. Seems like they're able to live. Juno comes out from CSU. They're walking in aggressive. Are they going to be able to get any picks? Seems like they're not, but they got a whole bunch of space here. The Bastional comes out from Swagmaster and gets Zippy. The Lamp coming out to save Winter. They're holding this corner strong. Seems like a successful fight for CSU. Still just playing slow with these Sigma compositions on the corner here. Just spamming each other out. SVSU is coming back into the fight. They're taking this corner. It looks like Crispy's looking for a flank here. He has the Mail. He might be able to turn this corner. The Transcendence coming out from SVSU for interesting choice. A big Mail. Unfortunate for CSU. Weren't able to absorb that and win the fight. Seems like it's lost at this point.
They might be able to touch this one again.
Yeah. CSU seems like they'll be able to touch the point again here. But they really don't have much to win this fight. A big window coming out from Nebi. Lamp to save himself. Really good angle pressure here. Ooh, Nebi gets the pick onto Reggie. That's big. Able to absorb the enemy team's flux. But it seems like they still might be able to turn it. We have trades coming in and out here. CSU still able to keep the point held. They Juno ult to hold it. They're able to keep everybody up and walk aggressive, and it seems like they win this fight.
Let's take off.
Really good Juno ults from ShamWow in this series so far, I think. I think all of them have been pretty well timed and able to keep the team up to turn fights that might have seemed lost. Coming in here, Swagmaster has the Bastion ult. SVSU doesn't really have anything to deal with that. They have the Transcendence soon, but if they go quickly, they might be able to get something. Winter swapped to the Doomfist. He seems to be playing the high ground, maybe looking for a punch. Gets the punch on the BAP, gets the kill. Swagmaster goes for the Bastion ult. Not quite able to find the Zenyatta though. Winter gets the punch onto the Deadeye. But they're just able to play slow on the point.
Thanks. Thank you.
Get the kill onto the Sigma.
60 seconds.
Got the Trank out from SVSU. This isn't a good position for them to win this round. They do trade out Winner. They do trade out Shoes. Vikes are still in the winning position on this point so far, it seems like. They're going to be able to get the touch for sure. SVSU seems to be walking in slowly here. They're still trying to regroup, but they're trying to put pressure onto the point. They're going to have the Flux coming in here, but Vikes do have their own Doomfistal and End of Window from the Baptiste. And they're going to have the Junewolf soon, which should be able to turn things pretty well. Vidi comes in with the Flux, forces the Lamp out. CSU still able to hold it pretty strong. Nevi falls off the map. I'm not quite sure how that happened. Crispy gets Swag Mesh with the Pulse Bomb. But they're still able to hold this point with the Junewolf. Winner gets slapped. They still should be able to get some impactful touches here, but seems like with 5 on the point, it's going to be quite hard to fight into this. It does seem like SVSU gets the full cap on this point, but they did get it into overtime, so no matter what, if CSU does cap here, they're either going to have time or they're going to be able to play for the draw. I think it's been a bit tough of a round for CSU here, even though they are holding on to the points for a bit of time. They are struggling, especially in the end, to actually hold on and keep the points contested and actually uncaptured by the enemy team.
Ready for battle.
Pathetic. 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 Black's my lucky color.
CSU feeling comfortable on this Reinhardt composition again. Seems like they might be rolling out on Widowmaker to look for the shot up at the top. Seems like they're going to be sticking with a fairly typical composition from them. What we've seen today. SVSU is playing quite a weird comp, especially compared to what they were playing before, changing their style completely. Let's see how CSU is able to do against the new style that SVSU wants to bring out.
Swagmaster is bringing out the Widow. I'm excited to see this.
Seems like Crispy's right behind her though.
Oh no.
Oh. Unlucky. But they did trade out the Zenyatta. Suzu able to keep everybody alive. They're getting lots of resources out right now. They might be able to push in here soon. As long as they don't get traded out. Winner gets low, doesn't quite die here. Gonna be able to push in coming up here. Flagmaster swapped to the Bastion, probably going to be good for their frontline pressure.
You're all good.
Reaper comes in with the bubble, but he gets forced out. CSU gets to walk right in. Winner gets traded out, but also Crispy. They're in even grounds right now. Flagmaster almost able to get the kill on Reggie. Oh, gets the kill on Reggie. Still another trade from both teams. Even fight here on the point. Biddy gets the trade.
Unfortunately, Shoes got melted there.
Yeah. The CSU gets their tank back. She is pretty high charge now. Probably going to be a tough fight for CSU coming in. They have the rush here though. They might be able to push in with this. They come in with the rush. The Bastion comes in. They're melting the Zarya, but not quite able to get her.
Nano kind of saved her.
Sure did. Biddy gets the pick. They have to grab. But a beat comes out from Nevi, saves everybody.
Nevi gets a bigger beat.
Huge Bastion ult from Swagmaster, but Reggie gets the trades out from it. They might be in a position to win this fight coming up though if they're able to get a pick here. Ah, oh, not quite able to get the pick onto the Venture.
They are 1-2.
CSU coming in just with the high noon here, having to play into the Venture role. This might be pretty tough. But a fairly even fight from both teams coming up here. No team with a real clear advantage. The enemy team's Venture seems to be flanking, but they're getting a lot of frontline pressure into this Zarya. If they're able to hold this point, seem to be in a good position to cap this. The Venture flanks with their ult. The winner's able to shield off all of it. SVSU is able to find 3 picks to turn this fight. Unfortunate for CSU.
Lucky.
Team kill.
SVSU has been defending this pretty strong here, even though CSU was able to get a couple ticks that fight. But both teams have no ultimates coming up here.
60 seconds remaining.
CSU struggling in the neutral fights and the ultimate fights here, but they might be able to force out this Venture and clear some space. Venture pops up. She's looking for a flank on the Mei, fighting the Reaper, but doesn't end up winning it. This is going to be a tough scenario for CSU to win. Swagmaster gets the pick onto the Juno, though. That's huge. Swagmaster gets traded out. Shamwa is going to be coming up on the rush here soon. If they're able to use that in this next fight, it could be huge. SVSU has a lot of ultimates coming up here. It's going to be really hard for CSU to even be able to touch here. Does not look like a good situation for them. Winner swaps to the Malga to try and get the touch here, but
They've got rush.
they have 7 seconds. Suzu comes out to save Winner. They're able to touch. Seems like they are. Flagmaster coming in with the Bastion ult on point. Not quite able to get the trade, but they trade out their Zarya. But the Nano Reaper ult just clears the point. The Blizz coming out on point, but it's not enough to win the fight. Seems like a map 2 loss for CSU.
There, yeah.
Victory. Play of the game.
Das Universum singt für mich!
Welcome to NECC.
Alright.
Back with Runasapi.
Back with Runasapi, map 3. Let's see what CSU rolls out on here. SVSU. Waiting for the game to start, coming out on their classic ball life weaver.
The best comp, truly.
Alright, 30 seconds till the map starts. Nobody's picking anything yet, but I'm sure we'll see CSU come out on the standard comp that they've been on. They seem really comfortable on that. They seem to do a good job, even though they did lose mass map.
I think that they should definitely keep the Juno like they did last round. I think that the Rhine could work as well again, but it kind of depends on what their tank is.
Yeah, I think that, I think ShamWow has been doing a really good job on the Juno today.
Oh yeah.
Especially. The ultimates have been really good. Like, turning fights in the middle of them almost every single time.
He takes care of my mech when I'm back home.
If that's true, he must have lots of experience.
CSU, they're playing the Brig Juno. They have the Tracer Sim Diva. I wonder if they're gonna actually roll out on this. It's gonna be a different style than we've seen before.
I was gonna say they might just use it for TP and switch.
I did hear rumors of them trying some Symmetra in this game, so it seems like they are going to be rolling out on it. Different style than we've seen for sure. Curious to see how they do. SVSU is rolling out on the similar comp than they did last time when they won the last map. Very interesting comp.
The Brig Juno can absolutely work for them.
Yeah. Let's see, Winner's just playing on the point slowly. Both teams just playing on this point, waiting for it to open up. Winner goes into the backline. CSU's backline trying to absorb this Reaper and Venture, do a good job of it, but Winner's running low on health. He's still able to live it though. Are they going to be able to heal him up? They are able to live. Venture comes in. It's the bubble. Are they able to live this engage though? Doesn't seem like they are. They get the trade on the Brig and the Juno and get the Diva D-Mech. It's not a good look for CSU right now, losing this first fight. Shu able to get out alive, it seems. Oh, not quite. Unfortunately, walked straight into the Zarya and gets right-clicked.
Unlucky.
But Swagmaster was able to get out there. Winner swapping to the Doomfist, pretty interesting. I don't know how I feel about this swap. I think the Diva would definitely do a much better job appealing for this Reaper and Venture, but maybe he's looking to just go on the backline more. SVSU's backline is pretty weak here. Walking out slowly, playing through the Zarya. Winner jumps into the backline looking at the Ana, but gets slept, and he does die. Unfortunate for him. She's also happens to fall here.
ShamWow just on throw.
Yeah, not a good second fight coming from CSU here. Not able to get any meters on the objective.
They've got a couple ults as well though. Hopefully they can do something with that.
Do have ults. Winner seems to swap to the Zarya here, playing Mystery Heroes. Swapping characters every time that he dies. ShamWow does have the ultimate here. They might be able to turn this fight. Bugmaster coming out on the Bastion. I do like that swap into this composition here. I think it's very good into the Zarya. Enemy team uses their Rav, and it seems like they're able. It is quite unfortunate. Yeah, they're able to win that fight quite quickly. See if CSU gets staggered here trying to group up. It seems like they do. I think they just need to regroup, try to get back in collected before SVSU seems to keep on pushing the objective. Really, they only need to win one, maybe two fights here to win the entire map. Not looking good for CSU. Almost looking like our game from earlier, actually. But maybe from the opposing end. Shu finds the pick onto the Ana. They're matching Juno ult, but walking slowly with it. We might end up winning this fight here. We end up getting the picks.
Win the fight.
Yeah, CSU seems to win the fight here. Only using one ult too, really good for them. But they are gonna have a long road ahead of them to try and make up this 135 meters.
They've got Nebby's got ult. Bastion and Swagmaster just got hers, and they're gonna have Zarya as well for And Reaper.
Yeah, they have pretty much everything besides the Juno ult. SVSU comes in with a Venture. Finds the pick onto Nebi. Nano comes out onto the Venture too. They're able to find 2. CSU just not able to get any meters onto the cart here. They do use the Bastional last second, not able to find anything. Really not looking good for CSU right now.
Unfortunately not.
SVSU doesn't have any ultimates here. It does seem like CSU are going to be able to walk in pretty aggressive, hoping that they look for the rally to start. Maybe the Zarya ult, middle of the fight. Turn things for them. Swagmaster finds the pick, no ultimates needed. ShamWow finding a kill onto Venture. She's finding the kill onto the Juno too. Seems like they're able to clean this fight up using nothing. A good fight from CSU. SVSU does have the grab here though, and they're going to be close to the Reaper ult. CSU does have an advantage coming into this fight with their ultimates, just off the fact of them having more, but let's see. They're able to start capturing some meterage here. Choking them out. SVSU hits the grab. Vikes gonna be able to win this here. Seems like they get wiped.
Get out, match the ult.
Oh, finds
2.
He gets 2. He finds 2, but still. CSU just stuck on the back foot here after only getting 5 meters off that.
Hopefully they can make it back quick enough before SVSU's teammates come back.
Yeah, the trades are really good here. They're probably going to be able to just touch the point and force them off very easily.
Exactly.
I do want to see CSU start using their ults a bit earlier in the fights. It seems like they're kind of just letting SVSU hand whatever they want to them.
Letting them lead the fight, it seems.
Yeah, I think it would be a really good look for CSU to be able to start off strong and confident. They are able to get the pick. Turning this corner, it seems like SVSU's backing off. She was able to hold the pressure on this doorway. The strong frontline damage of Reaper here. Able to sneak away without dying. CSU has so many ults coming up here. They should just be able to win this fight. Swagmaster looking for the Bastion ult. Maybe finds the Ana. Oh, close. Didn't quite get it. Let's see if CSU... Ooh. They hit the grab. They're looking at the Venture. They're going to be able to get the trade. Nice. Vidi trades out ShamWow and Shoes. This isn't looking good, but the fight is even. They do have the rally here to maybe turn the fight. They can just win this. They do the rally. They get grabbed. Enemy team puts in the Juno ult. But they're just able to live with how much damage Swagmaster can put in.
Unfortunately, Swagmaster's getting double dived.
Yeah, but Shoes is able to flip the point over to here and get some push for CSU. Really good for them. Even though they are going to end up losing this fight, was able to hold the objective for his team for just a little bit longer. Vikes did use a lot of ults last fight, but they did get a bit of meterage. SVSU coming in with a Reaper ult of their own. CSU also about to be up to their own. 2.5 minutes left in this map. It's not looking good for CSU, but they still do have a chance to turn this around if they can win a few fights in a row. They have been coming back from this point deficit for quite a while now. She was able to find Reggie, kills him in the ultimate. CSU gets a lot of space here from that kill. They might be able to push in. Maybe look for a Reaper ult of their own. Maybe look for a Bastion ult even. To start this fight off strong with an ultimate. Good play from Swagmaster trying to catch some people leaving. You're able to catch the kill onto the Venture, which was nice. Seems like they're going to be able to play on the outside here, pushing the bot. Hopefully get the checkpoint here. See if they're able to. It seems like they are. I really do just want to see Shoes play aggressive with his ultimate here. I really don't want them to be on the back foot. They need to win the next few fights in a row to be able to win this map. They forced the Reaper out. see if Shoes is able to look for an ultimate soon. Everyone hits a big torpedo onto the enemy team. They're walking in aggressive. They look for the Juno ult to keep on pushing. They're able to clear all this space and keep getting some push in. Juno ult seems to save them from the grab that was used later in the fight too. Still, they're keeping SVSU on the back foot. Really good look for CSU here, but you have to face the Juno ult from the opposing team. But Nebi hits a big stun and gets the kill onto Reggie. Shoes is still able to hold on to this ultimate. Really big for them. Hopefully they can turn this around coming up here.
They're already getting close.
Yeah, they are coming back from being down 135 meters, just 30 meters away from potential victory. They have a lot of ultimates coming up here too. SVSU only having the Nano to be able to counter this. Hoping Winter looks for this grab early. They should be able to just win this fight as quick as SVSU has been winning the fights they have grab. Shoes just playing in the front line.
Winter and Shoes could combo with their ult too.
Oh! Close to getting some kills for
Even without the combo, they get a lot of kills.
Even without the combo, yeah. They do hit a grab and get a few kills. They're really close to taking the lead here, but it seems like SVSU is going to be able to get the touch coming up here. They need to hold hard on this objective.
They will be getting Venture ult, and they do have Ana.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to this fight.
That Reaper's one.
Reaper's low. The Venture ult comes in from SVSU. They get the trade on the Nevi. So I managed to get the trade onto Vidya though. Gonna be able to turn this fight. Doesn't seem like they are. CSU almost came back from that huge
It was
lead.
very close there.
Yeah, it was quite close, but CSU weren't quite able to pull it through in the end. Unfortunate after making such a huge comeback and having SVSU on the back foot for so long. Interested to see what CSU picks for their next map. This match point. I do really think CSU has been struggling whenever the Zarya from the opposing team has their ultimate. I think that they haven't really figured out a way to counter it. They did have that one time where they used the Juno ult and the healing that it provides to be able to really live that, but honestly that didn't seem intentional. I think maybe they need to figure out a way to play around that, because that was really what was having them on the back foot that entire map.
I think what could help them too is comboing their ults a little more. I mean, they had Zarya grab and they had, you know, Reaper's Death Blossom at the same time, and I think putting that together could have honestly benefited them as well there.
Yeah, I agree. I think CSU needs to be... It does seem like they're playing a very individualistic style here. They are doing quite well on their individual heroes, but it does feel like if they were just able to combine their efforts together, they would be able to keep the other team... I don't know, I think they would be able to keep the other team scared, honestly. I think they would be able to keep on pushing into them and having SVSU having to figure out a way to play into them.
You know what I low-key think?
What do you think?
So obviously, first off, I love the Venture Zarya comp. I've scrimmed it a few times in the past. It's a lot of fun. I think it's got a lot of competitive merits. I think that Winter should have been grabbing the Burrow.
I agree with that.
The Burrow launch. Because it was very telegraphed every time. A bubble's not going to save. You won't have two bubbles for that. I think that it's a clear slam dunk, grab the Burrow.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think that would have been very strong for them. I think there were a lot of scenarios where there were a few different telegraph things coming from SVSU that they could have been using the grab on. Maybe not intentionally holding it for that, but just when you're able to see it in the moment, just being able to use the grab for key abilities like that to stop the plans of SVSU.
It's also very funny.
It is also very funny.
That Venture was messing them up a little bit too, especially their back lines. So something like that could put her at bay.
Does seem like CSU is picking New Junk City here for their potential final map. Hopefully they're very confident here on New Junk City.
I think they got that.
Seems like we're just waiting for both teams to ready up.
Bio.
Oh, Bio. Seems like we're gonna be having a break here for a little bit.
Quick 5-minute break.
Welcome to New Junk City.
Alright, and we're back with New Junk City.
Also, if anything is too loud, you can turn it down in dials.
Initiating match.
Alright. Coming into map 4 here. Hopefully CSU is confident on New Junk City. No picks yet. I don't know, I keep on saying it, but I assume we're gonna come out on a similar style than we've seen. But we have seen a lot of different tanks from Winter today.
We'll see what he picks.
Interesting music in the headphones right now.
Oh, my bad. That off. I was wondering, like, why is he looking at me?
Right, it seems like CSU is maybe going to be rolling out on a Junker Queen composition here. Kiri Lucio. It does feel like SVSU is on the Juno Brig variant though, which has been seeming stronger than the Kiri Lucio as of late.
I do know that Kiri Lucio they did play a lot of, at least in the past, CSU, so they are pretty comfortable and strong on these picks. We'll see what they can do with it.
Agreed. Nevi usually playing the Lucio.
He does
Seems
play
like
a really good Lucio.
It seems like a comfort pick for him. They're also on the Bastion, which could be interesting here, but SVSU is on the Junkrat. So both teams do have a abnormal pick in this composition.
Take a pick on the Juno.
Good kill from Swagmaster. A couple of trades are coming out, both on even grounds. Playing slow. Can they win this fight? Seems like CSU is walking back here needing to regroup. Doesn't seem like they're able to win this fight. First cap goes to SVSU.
Had some good trades there that fight though.
Yeah, they did have... Ooh. Shoes gets caught out there. It ends up dying to the Junkrat, unfortunately. CSU does have the ability to go in pretty quickly here with their Bastion form, but they're really just betting on winning off of that at the beginning of the fight. Junkrat ult comes out from Joe Biden. Let's see if he's able to get something out of here. Nevi does find the Junkrat and Winter does find the tire. They're in a good position. Push in here. Swagmaster still does have the Bastion form. Are they going to be able to turn onto this Junker Queen? Seems like they are. Junker Queen ults in, gets that passive health regen. Really hard to take down. Seems like they're just able to trade out CSU. Winter does get the Tracer though. They are going to pressure this objective, but CSU does lose this fight. Just does die to the Junkrat.
Unfortunate.
Don't think CSU is going to be able to touch here. Probably going to be losing this first point. Really unfortunate. See what they decide to do coming into this next point. They are going to have basically everything, close to everything, coming into this next fight. SVSU not going to have their Junker Queen or their tire, but they're going to have everything else on the table, at least in the middle of this fight. I'd like to see Vikes push in here with their Kiriko ult. It would be very strong for them. Kiriko Bastion form would be good for them. They could maybe look for a Reaper ult as well. Seems they're going to be pushing in through main.
Got a Tracer behind.
Like mending a shadow.
Back me up.
See, they seem to be conflicted trying to deal with this. The Pulse Bomb does come out, finds nothing. Seems like they're taking this high ground and choking out SVSU. Find the kill. Does get traded out. They are really just fighting in this corridor here. Shamwow does find Junker Queen. Seem to be in a good position to cap this point. They do get the cap. Strong fight from CSU here. They were able to win with just using 2 ultimates. They still have 3. SVSU doesn't have the Kiriko here to be able to cleanse the Queen ult. Could end up being really strong for them. Biggest strength of CSU's composition here is just having the cleanse for whatever SVSU throws at them. Junkrat does find shoes. Juno ult comes out from SVSU as well. They do find more trades. Are they able to turn this fight here, or are they just going to give up? It seems like they just... Yeah. But they do get 60% off that. It's not all bad for CSU. They're going to have 3 ults coming in here. SVSU is also going to have the Junker Queen ult. ShamWow hopefully able to save that Suzu. Hopefully doesn't get it pressured out too early. CSU walking slowly over here, grouping up, seeming like they're going to go up to the top. Try to clear this Tracer out. SVSU seems to be giving back a lot of space here. It's the Junker Queen ult coming out from Winter. Briggs low, hopefully they can get this kill. Junker Queen falls from SVSU. Slowly walking on this Junkrat, getting the kill. Shoes gets traded out, but they do get the cap back. Able to get a couple kills coming out of here. CSU, if they're able to get a pick early here, it's going to be really strong for them. I think they should probably look for some pressure early, not just let SVSU get in here with all their abilities, but it seems like they're playing back a bit scared from their players who got traded out. Gonna have to deal with SVSU coming in and pressuring point from low ground.
The only ult SVSU has to work with is Pulse Bomb.
Seems like it's going to be a tough fight for SVSU here. Shoes, if they're able to, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Looks for the ult on the back line, kills the Junkrat. Really struggling to clear this Queen off right now, though. If they're able to clear this Queen off, they should just be able to win this objective. Only a Tracer left touching.
And CSU takes second point.
Yeah, they evened it up.
1-1.
The SVSU still only has the Pulse Bomb coming into this fight. They weren't able to build anything off of that last fight. CSU has their Kitsune Rush coming up here.
We've also got Bastion's Artillery.
They do. Let's see what CSU tries to do coming up here. I'd like to see Swagmaster use the ultimate while they're coming through this tight corridor up here, though. I think it'd be quite strong, especially without having a cleanse to be able to mitigate the damage. Seems like they're playing slow, though. They look for the ult. Try to catch... Ooh! They try to catch the Brig, but they don't quite get it. Crispy trades 2 with the Pulse Bomb. Winter does get a trade on the Junkrat, though. Juice gets a trade onto the Tracer. We're in an even fight now. Kitsune Rush comes out. Juice putting pressure onto the enemy team. Does take a lot of damage. Gets forced out. Winter finds the trade onto Zippy. Really scrappy fight here. Hard to tell who's going to win. Never mind. Winter comes in with the ultimate, hitting everybody on the opposing team, cleaning up the fight.
A little trade.
Shoes does get traded out at the end there.
Shoes and Joe Biden Pog.
Yep. Honestly, a battle of a lifetime.
Truly.
They've been kind of going at it this entire time. Unfortunately, Shoes, honestly, losing it the majority of the time, but... CSU does get the cap here, and that's really all that matters at the end of the day.
CSU's got a couple ults coming up as well. Got Reapers, Death Blossom, and...
Ooh. Swagmaster able to get the kill onto the tire, completely removing that ult from the fight. We don't quite have the beat on CSU's end to take care of these ultimates coming in. They do get the beat before anybody falls. Junker Queen getting low, gets killed. CSU looking in a strong position to end up winning this fight. Really long fight, got a lot of resources out of SVSU. Really good look. Seems like SVSU isn't going to be able to get a touch. The Tracer might be able to, actually.
He might. Oh.
She does get the touch, but falls immediately. Unfortunate for her.
Very tough.
Really tough, but CSU does take this point.
On to the next. One more, maybe possibly, if they can cap this one.
Yeah, map point. CSU does have 3 ultimates, just about, coming into this next fight. SVSU really only having the rally to be able to match any of it.
It did switch that Tracer to Genji over on SVSU.
Joe Biden honestly just finding random kills all the time. So far, they haven't quite gotten the win of the points, besides obviously the first one, but if she's able to get anything. Not quite able to find the Brig, but just forced the bash. CSU hopefully able to get in here quickly. They used the Kitsune rush and cleared the space, but didn't quite help with any kills. Kill from each team coming in, they're on even ground. Ooh, they're just playing slow on the point.
Javelin, unfortunate.
Climbing the objective.
It does seem like SVSU is able to win this fight and have the point captured for a decent chunk. I think CSU just needs to get out here and regroup. Hope they can get a good fight. Maybe have cap that to give us objective. They have to play into the Junkrat tire coming in here, which might make it hard for them to walk in. I think that's going to be the biggest struggle coming into this point.
It's also building their Juno ult, which is going to be a little bit tough for CSU as well.
Yeah, 2 really hard ultimates to push into on SVSU's end. Seems like a really strong position for them.
Oh, here's Tire.
Tire's coming out. Doesn't quite get Winner. Winner uses the ult to try to live. Gets Suzu'd.
Winner does survive. Ooh, Shoes with the 3-piece. 2-piece. 3-piece. We love it.
They're able to get the cap here. Good fight from CSU. They were able to win coming into Junkrat ult. Seems like SVSU wasn't able to get that Juno ult up in time to really counteract what CSU wanted to do there. And they were able to win just using 2 ultimates. But we'll see if CSU can keep on holding this point.
CSU pushes up, takes some space.
Seems like they're just poking. Oh, the Junkrat gets pulled in. He gets killed. Good kill from Winner. Genji gets forced out. They're really just holding the space really aggressive. Really not giving SVSU any room to work with. Swing out with the Bastion form. Lots of damage coming in. Find the kill. Finding 2. Really putting the pressure on SVSU right now. I like this look.
Popping off.
Yeah, for real.
CSU's got 3 ults, but SVSU matches that as well with 3.
Could be a hard fight if they let SVSU get in without needing to use Juno ult here. Really hoping they're able to pressure it out. CSU just 3 ults early here. Are they able to live SVSU's efforts to win this? They are.
And CSU takes it.
Yeah, CSU gets the map win here. Good luck, able to even up the series.
2-2.
2-2.
Match
Series
point.
point. Yep. SVSU gets the map pick this time, coming into the final map. Hopefully it's not something that CSU feel uncomfortable on. This does seem like it was a pretty comfortable map for CSU. Glad they picked New Junk City. Playing a different comp than they've been playing though, but still looking pretty strong. Very nice they're able to even up the series. Winning this map too is honestly probably pretty good for, I guess, like their mentals. Like SVSU is gonna have to come in from. They could have won off that.
They could have.
If they won that map, they would have won the whole series. But now I'm sure they're disappointed that they weren't able to finish it up quite quick enough.
CSU was really able to pull through for that one. And
Yeah.
clean it up.
On the other side too, really good for CSU's mentals. They're gonna feel strong coming into this next map, I assume, off that win. They were really keeping the pressure up at the end there. I think it was really good from them. If they're able to keep that up, they're able to keep on using their abilities first, and just making SVSU have to come up with a response to it. I think they're gonna do really good on this next map.
Who knows? We might have another reverse sweep, just like they did in their previous game.
Mm-hmm. Really interested to see if CSU comes out with another new look, or if they decide to go back to what they started off with the Reinhardt. Really depends what map they end up going to, though, I think.
It's hard to say, since Winter does play a lot of different things.
That's true. He does tend to swap.
Pick around a little bit.
Yeah, he does seem to swap a very large amount. But that map, he did stay consistent on the Junker Queen. He was able to get a lot of big ultimates, if we're being completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
That is a pretty good benefit of staying on the same characters, that you are able to keep your ult charge. You're not losing much from swapping.
Big thumbs up.
Welcome to Junkertown.
Point! Match point! Woo!
Match point coming into Junkertown.
Initiating.
Alright, New Junk City, then Junkertown?
Yeah.
Australia.
Very happy, yeah. Australia.
All the styles from CSU today not really going to be the strongest on this map, though. Usually a sniper-dominated map. Maybe we'll see Shoes come out on the Widowmaker this time.
Oh, he has been talking about it.
He has been talking about it. See if he rolls out on it, but I really don't think that. He's coming out on. Oh, he's looking at a spawn on it. We'll see how this ends up going.
Dust stuck in your teeth.
I'm going with a Bap Kiri heal comp, and I think that could work.
Let's finish this quickly.
Yeah, coming out. Obviously keeping the Bastion as usual, but swapping up the style of basically their entire composition to just what's more normal on this map. Not fully what we usually see on this map, but definitely stylistically pretty similar. other team playing something that's a
Bonjour.
bit more typical. Usually not running the Ashe here, but
4,
I assume it's probably a comfort pick for them.
1. Attackers
CSU
incoming.
starting on the defense. She's looking for a kill.
Stop the payload.
Ooh, it doesn't
Not
look like
quite
he sees
able
that
to
widow
find
up
it.
there. Hopefully now.
Oh!
Unfortunate.
Oh! Unfortunate
no.
for CSU. End up having
Good
2
back-to-back
fall
shots.
early. Really putting CSU on the back foot here. SVSU taking so much space. Really just having to wait for the rest of the team to come back before they can take this back. Winter putting a bit of aggression on up here though.
The barrier's weakened.
SVSU really able to hold this corner hard, not able to contest the space well. Oh, Shoes falls again. Not to the Widowmaker this time, but to the Zen. Wonder does find the kill onto the Zen, but the rest of his team is getting traded out. Navi able to live, hopefully able to keep Winter up here. They are able to hold this space pretty strong, especially after losing people early. Shoes swapping to the Tracer to hopefully pressure this Widowmaker, I think. Wasn't feeling confident in the duel. SVSU's backline is pretty weak though when it comes to dealing with a Tracer, so see what he's able to do. Swagmaster finding the kill onto Reggie. Good pick for CSU to hold this corner. Shoes looking at the backline, really distracting this Widowmaker.
Which honestly is probably going to be really good for this team, so.
Yeah, I agree.
Doesn't have to worry too much.
Shoes ends up killing himself somehow. I'm not quite sure how he could have fallen off the map, but his team does clean up the fight for him.
Perhaps it was an unlucky blink.
Perhaps it was.
It happens to the best of us.
CSU, honestly, holding this pretty well considering how fast they fell at the beginning of the first fight.
Considering there are usually a couple trades each round. Well, or each fight, I should say.
Winter really putting pressure, making it hard for the enemy team to walk here. Hopefully he looks for a flux here soon. This Widowmaker's gonna end up getting a lot of space. Really like to see Shu come and deal with this. Does look for the flux, but gets killed in the middle of it. Really,
That
really
was a big one too.
Yeah, really tough kill for CSU to deal with. They are able to find a trade off of it. Nebi falls too. CSU uses their Transcendence for seemingly nothing, honestly. Really just kills coming in back and forth from both teams. This is going to be a scrappy touch, hopefully.
Oh, Winter does get the touch though.
Winter does get the touch, but he isn't quite able to live. Seems like
he's alone.
The payload has reached
Ran over.
Ran over, gonna end up losing this point. CSU gonna have to deal with the flux from the opposing team this time around. It's gonna be really tough for them. Shoes goes for the pulse bomb but misses it. Still just really trying to deal with this Widowmaker all the time. I like the effort from him. Even if he isn't getting the kill, he is putting pressure onto her and making her have to at least turn her head. Honestly good seeing how many kills she's been ending up getting.
SVSU used 2 ults, doesn't really get any kills. That is kind of big for CSU.
Yeah, CSU able to deal with the blob really well, just able to melt them. Nebi finds the kill onto the Widowmaker. Able to find the kill onto the Zen as well. Able to win this fight. SVSU swaps off of the Widowmaker and swaps to the Genji. They swap up the Ashe, the Soldier as well. Interesting swaps from SVSU. I don't hate the Genji. I think the Soldier's pretty weird though. But Shu's already on the capacity to deal with this Genji. Vikes are probably gonna have to play for their window here. Really the only ult they have. SVSU doesn't really have anything. They have their window actually coming up here. I'd really like to see a window here to hold this. But Winter's gonna fall. Enemy Baptiste is gonna fall as well though. Unfortunate fight for CSU. Looks like they're just gonna get killed.
It's unfortunate.
CSU should get a good touch here, though, coming out with 3 ultimates. Coming close to another 2. Wonder if they're going to have a strong touch here. They might not even be able to. Seems like they're too slow. They try to get the ult for the touch, but aren't really able to use it. It's unfortunate. CSU, whenever they start looking strong on this map so far, they seem to almost drop it immediately. CSU.
Had ult for quite some time now.
He has had his ult for quite a while. I'd really just like CSU to be playing with confidence, using their ultimates first to win these fights. It really feels like they're just trying to bet on getting a kill or 2 at the beginning of the fight before anything comes out. Which does mean they do have the ultimates when they need them, but they're just not using them.
Just need to take the lead a little more, take charge.
Yeah, I agree.
Assemble at this location.
I'd really like to see Winner look for the flux on this rotation here. Really easy to catch the other team. Hopefully able to get the Transcendence out early. Really don't want them to be able to get into the middle of their team with it. Use high ground. They look for the flux, but it's really hard to find anything with it. They do lift the Sigma, but they're just going to be able to live without using any abilities for it. Holding the space aggressive here. 2 ultimates fought from SPSU. Trying to push out if you're hard. They do get a kill.
But they get one.
CSU still just on the back foot.
Good Suzu there.
They do window, but the Genji comes in with the blade. And he's just able to clean everybody up. Unfortunate. They're just forced to use their ultimates after they've given up the high ground and all the space here. Really looking tough for CSU.
Shoes has got Deadeye still. Might be able to do something. And Swagmaster hopefully will be able to get ult.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard to deal with this window and this flux coming up from SPSU, though. Hope Shoes is able to use the high noon on this point.
He does have to watch out for that Zen, though.
Does. The Genji's forced out. Rock comes out, too. Be a strong time for him to use it. He pops it. ShamWow narrowly living the flux. But everybody seems to fall afterwards. Really tough fight for CSU. They got them down to 19 seconds, but they're just always losing these points kind of in the last moments.
0-3. Switching sides.
CSU do have a tough road ahead of them here. Gonna need a full cap to even have a chance of winning this map. Let's hope CSU is able to put up a better fight here. I keep on saying it, but I would really love if CSU was able just to start playing with more confidence. Really seems like after they get any kind of lead, they're just kind of giving it like.
Sometimes it seems like they are afraid to ult first as well.
Yeah, like they'll start with ulting first sometimes, but whenever they figure out that's how they're gonna win the fight, it seems like they forget about it. Maybe they're too worried about what the other team is trying to do into them. But I think their plans really need to revolve around what they need to do to win the fight.
They're keeping the Bap Kiri.
Yeah, keeping the Bap Kiri.
They switched their Widow pick. Swagmaster is now on Widow instead of Shoes.
Yeah, Shoes on the Reaper instead now. I wonder if Winner's gonna roll. Oh, he's not gonna. And the Diva. They might roll it on the
5, 4,
Rhine.
3.
Oh, and Swagmaster changes her mind.
Yeah, I was about to say I'd really like to see the Juno from ShamWow here, but she ends up swapping to it before I even get the chance to say it. I do think this is going to be a good look for CSU. They were looking really strong on this.
Juno's just very strong right now as well. So.
Yeah, Juno is quite strong. Ooh, Nevi finds the kill onto the Widowmaker. That's huge. Big pressure relief from CSU here. ShamWow does get traded. I think this style is going to be really good for CSU. They looked good on it today, especially in their first match. It's just, typically on this map, the Reinhardt is pretty tough. But I have confidence CSU are going to be able to pull through by playing something that fits their comfort a bit better. Lamp used, save ShamWow. CSU finds a few picks here, and they're able to clean up this fight just fine. No trades given to SVSU. They're able to have 5 here for this next fight coming up. I don't think SVSU is going to be able to play for a touch here.
Honestly, it was a really good fight there.
Yeah.
No ults, no nothing.
The payload.
I think that the style change from CSU here is going to put SVSU on the back foot and really have to make them think about how they want to win this. I just said it, but I'm really glad they're playing towards strengths and things that they're confident and comfortable on. So everybody stacking on this payload, making it really intimidating for SVSU to match any of it. They're just spamming down on them, but they have so much sustain. Heavy ends up falling to the spam. They do push it almost halfway through this point. I think if CSU just keep on forcing the enemy team to come match them on this point, that they're going to be able to take care of this pretty well, especially with the Shatter. I really hope Winter doesn't try to look for anything creative here, to be honest. I'd rather he just play confident, safe on the objective, and just shatter whoever comes to him. But it seems like they're going to go on a long rotation up top. This could be good for them, but I'm a bit worried. It's a bit hard to get the Shatter off on this high ground. They are.
2 support ults coming up as well.
They do have 2 support ults coming up. That's a good point. If they're able to live this flux, able to walk with this Juno ult, could be really strong.
Just keep them up to that.
They do block the rock. Transcendence comes out from SVSU to counteract all of this. Winner does end up falling. Get the pick. I just wish that they were forcing the point this entire time. Almost all their progress that they got from that last fight's just taken away from them. They are forcing the point now, but it seems a bit too late and they're going to get pressured off.
I've got you in my sights. Doctor's orders.
Really good stabilization here from CSU, just hanging out under there, but Shoes does end up dying in the back line. They're gonna have to regroup.
They were able to waste that soldier ult though. Let it run out.
Yeah, that is good for them. They're gonna have to be worried about this blade coming up though. They don't have the Juno ult to live that. They might be able to counteract it with one of the ults of their own though, whether it's the Reaper ult or even the Shatter, being able to hit it right on the Genji. They are looking for this long rotation again. Shoes is looking for the pinch though. Big pinch. Timing is quite off, but he does end up getting 2 for it.
Wow. That was great.
That was a big flank from Shoes.
I am surprised that SVSU let him walk up like that.
Yeah. I would have loved to see CSU walk up the top right side and pull the attention, but we tried going for that play. But they do end up winning the fight regardless.
SVSU might have time to touch.
Yeah, it seems like they do have a couple people that might be able to touch, but Shoes is stalling them off pretty hard here. It's gonna be tough. The Genji looks for the blade on the point, but they are able to find the 2 kills, and they're able to get the cap here. Really good from CSU. 4 minutes on the clock. They have the Shatter still. Winner just holding the space up here. Winner really hasn't needed to use the Shatter, which is really nice. He's able to have it whenever pressure does end up being on the objective, which I think is going to end up happening a lot as it comes to this last point here. Enemy team really needing to buy time. They really don't want to let CSU just push the cart for free. Winner looking to clear the high ground. He is going alone. Hope he's able to get some help. Nevi seems stuck on the point, but he does live the flux. He sure does. ShamWow looking for the Juno ult in the mid-fight, keeping everybody alive. They're just pushing this objective. Able to push at the max speed almost this entire time, getting so much push, while the other team really can't beat their sustain that they have on the point. Looking really good for CSU. They do fall right here, but they just got so much push for free off that. 1 minute passed and they're already basically at the end of this point. They did use the Shatter. They won't have it for this fight coming up, but they are going to build this Reaper ult coming up soon, and they do have the window. only really going to need to worry about the Transcendence in this fight. I think if CSU are able to win this quickly before the Genji or the Bastion would build up their ults, they'll be able to plan the objective really well and just clear it. They do need to have a strong window here. They come in from under to force the objective, playing in a really safe position. Heavy playing up top. Not quite able to keep everybody alive though. CSU does end up losing this fight. SVSU coming closer to their ultimates. This is starting to look bad for CSU.
CSU backs up. I'm gonna group up and try again. They're very close to a Reaper ult. And that might be able to help them like it did last fight.
Don't think the payload
And choose pull off another big Death Blossom.
We will see. I hope that Nebi uses his window up here to push the enemy team back.
round of healing. Let them up.
Good window from Nebi, forces everybody off to the side. Hopefully everybody's able to live this, but it doesn't seem like they are. Swagmaster falls. ShamWow falls too. And CSU seems like they just get cleaned up. Not looking good for CSU, but they do still have a minute to bring this back.
Swagmaster is getting close to artillery, and ShamWow should be able to get orbital before.
Yeah, I
time runs
hope
out.
ShamWow was able to get this orbital before time runs out. But this Genji Blade is going to be really hard to deal with. CSU really doesn't have anything to deal with it. And Crispy is set up on their back line. Winner's Discorded trying to get rid of it. Crispy is just sitting behind CSU, unscouted. Juice sees it. They go to clear it. Crispy completely forced out. The CSU does lose too. They have no ultimates to win this right now. Crispy comes out with Blade. CSU just falls. It was really unfortunate. They came into this point with 4 minutes. But seems like they're not going to be able to end up winning this. Really unfortunate after trying to come back from this. After working through the last map.
They worked hard too.
They worked hard for that and they still weren't able to pull through. Unfortunate for them. The loss from CSU.
Play of the game.
I am glad CSU tried to play to their style at the end there on that last round. They were just on the back foot for so long in that first round, it was really hard for them to recover. But they did look really good once they were able to play a style that they felt much more comfortable with. SVSU really had to figure out how to respond to it, and by the last point they were able to.
Oh yeah, I think that Zen that SVSU picked as well helps.
Yeah, I agree. Well, match is over now. SVSU were able to get their 3 points. So, until next time, CSU Overwatch White is out.